think as a human being.
Archbishop Desmond Tutu usually draws a crowd, and his appearance at Washington's National Cathedral on Sunday was no exception. The world-famous South African took questions from Americans keen to learn from his experience as a campaigner against apartheid and chair of the Truth and Reconciliation Commission. In an interview with the SABC, the Archbishop said his experience in South Africa gave him cause for optimism during his visit to Darfur last month, where he spoke with victims of violence in the war-ravaged Sudanese region.
They wanted security, and that is why it was important that the hybrid force should be deployed as quickly as possible. And I was very proud to see part of the South African contingent there. You felt good that we were contributing to peace.
But Archbishop Tutu told the SABC he wasn't optimistic that reconciliation could be reached between the parties in Iraq, although the South African experience showed peace was possible there.
I am myself hopeful. I'm not necessarily optimistic, which are not the same things, but I am hopeful that ultimately good, peace, stability, justice are the things that are going to prevail.
Taking questions at the National Cathedral, Desmond Tutu had warm words for the American people. But afterwards, the Archbishop told the SABC that despite being the largest donor of foreign aid, the US could do more to help promote peace and stability around the world.
I would have hoped, that they would invest as much in peace and development and the eradication of poverty as they invest in war. The amount of money that has been spent on prosecuting the Iraqi war, in many ways, staggering amounts. Can we imagine if we had just a little bit of that, what would happen with the eradication of poverty?
It was fun.
Desmond Tutu remains a well-known figure to Americans who still remember his activism during the 1980s and his 1984 Nobel Peace Prize for his efforts towards racial and social justice in South Africa. In his question and answer session here, the Archbishop praised Americans for their charity, but said they should export their philanthropy instead of their bombs. His next appearance will be here on Tuesday, when he delivers a lecture on spirituality. Steve Mort, SABC, Washington.